what Royal Mail are saying. I don't think they're particularly keen to say it publicly for fear of the sack. So on their plan, on their vision for parcel hubs in a different pipeline, yeah, we agree with some of that. We do think because of the parcels market you will need to change the pipeline. We've spoken about this before, probably spoken about it in this room before, but the current letters-based pipeline doesn't really work for parcels. So delivery, collection hub, outward mail centre, outward RDC, inward RDC, inward mail centre, delivery office, too many nodes on a pipeline, too many stops, too many sorts. It's not very conducive to the parcels industry. Parcel force effectively collect goes to one central hub and then the inward sort is at the delivery point. So there's far less nodes on the pipeline, and that's how parcel companies are built. We've been running in Royal Mail a parcel company, and let's not forget the biggest parcel company in the UK by some distance has about 52% market share. So we do need to change the pipeline. We do, and there will be changes. There will be differences in the way that we process, collect, trunk and deliver items in the future. But we don't think the company's proposal is the correct one. We think it's flawed. It's either flawed because they ain't got it right, or it's flawed because, as Mark said, their end game has not been, openly revealed. Because there's two aspects to what they want to do with parcels. They're almost back to the pre-Four Pillars position where they say everything should go later. We deliver parcels, we accept them later, we run them through a different pipeline and we deliver them in the afternoon. Well, there's two things there. That agreement said, and it was absolutely right to say it, and Mark said it earlier, for Royal Mail at the price point that they accept for parcels, which is different from Parcel Force. Parcel Force operate at a higher tier of the market, a higher price point, but at the price point that Royal Mail collect parcels, which is pretty much in competition with the Yodels and the Hermes of this world. Parcel Force compete with the DPDs, but in those kind of price points, the only economic way, or the best economic way for Royal Mail to deliver the bulk of the items is on the core delivery. Yet they've said to you, and they put out this week, no, they're adamant there'll be 300 offices, not every office doing these larger parcels, and it's not just the larger parcels, it's also tracked items. 300 offices effectively running a Parcel Force style operation, but later in the day. Well, at the price point Royal Mail operate at, that does not make financial sense. What they've said to combat that is on those later parcel deliveries, they need to get to 20 or 22 drops an hour to make that cost efficient. Well, we've got real concerns about that, and it's not because we're sticking a finger in the air or having a guess. We know how long it takes to deliver a parcel. How do we know it? Because Parcel Force do it. It's their day job. We've been doing it for forever. We know how long it takes because we've measured it. We've had our industrial engineers, their industrial engineers. We know from handbrake to handbrake, we know how long it takes to deliver a parcel. And you do not get 22 drops an hour. In Parcel Force, it's about, currently nationally, it's about 13. We have agreed some new planning values, which we've never deployed because we're in dispute, that would take it to 14. Mark, when Mark visited the trial, I think, anecdotally, what Royal Mail are saying, I don't think they're particularly keen to say it publicly for fear of the sack. In the trial, Royal Mail are getting about 14. So what does that mean? It means that we are right to be concerned, because Mark's absolutely right. If you move the work off a core and create a separate parcel delivery operation, and you can't get that 22 drops an hour, and you're only getting 14, and bearing in mind we will have to have signed up to that plan, then what does that lead to? It leads to something that's not even especially new. Because in 1998, and some of you may have been there was a special conference in Eastbourne in 1998. In fact, there was two. There was a Royal Mail special conference and there was a Parcel Force special conference. The Parcel Force special conference lasted about 2 hours, because in the old days where there was a report which was then up for amendment, there was a killer amendment in the first couple of hours that ceased the conference. Because what happened then is Parcel Force said, we want a different grade in the afternoon, what they called the residential delivery grade. We want people to operate in the afternoon on lesser terms and conditions than the rest of the staff. It went to a special conference. The first motion of the day, or amendment of the day, got carried, and that was the end of that. Then we all get 2 days off in Eastbourne because the conference was finished. We refused to accept it in Parcel Force, but that's where this is going. Make no mistake. If they move it off a court and lose those economies that are there, and they self-evidently agreed were there in the 4 pillars, if they lose that, move it on to a separate network, then they will come back and they will say the only way that we can viably deliver parcels as a separate entity is on lesser terms and conditions. That's where this is going. And that's why it's so important that people understand when they're saying we need to sign up to their plan, they want us to sign up to every aspect of it and then deal with what comes out of that. If anybody's in any doubt as to why we need to stand together, stand strong and fight now, well, this is different. This is a company who's looking to totally change the environment across Royal Mail.